this is Intuitive Edge. Welcome to my channel once again. Thanks for joining me. So, I had an epiphany yesterday, and it's stuff that I knew, like, I knew pieces of it, the puzzle. It's like all the pieces were there, but it all came together yesterday. I was listening to Dan Bongino and his report, and the light bulb just clicked and everything made sense. Like all the puzzle pieces came together and it makes sense now. So President Trump, as you know, was impeached last year for asking the president of Ukraine to look into possible corruption with Joe Biden. Well, there was no quid pro quo. There was none. It wasn't like President Trump said, if you don't do this, I'm not gonna, he just asked. He just asked. Well, the House thought that was impeachable and they impeached him for it. But now, what do we see coming out in the news the last week? All this floodgate of stuff coming out about the emails that definitively show that the then vice president was leveraging his position through his son, setting himself up for blackmail and doing all kinds of backdoor deals, and his son was making millions and billions of dollars, funneling it to Joe. What's coming out is incredible. Now, President Trump last year, if you want to talk about a whistleblower, probably be President Trump was the real whistleblower last year when he was like, hey, can you look into this? Looks like there's some shady stuff going on. Well, now all this stuff is coming out. No wonder. Trump was getting too close to their dirty, dark secrets to poking his nose around Ukraine. Oh, no, don't go there. Don't look at Ukraine. No. Impeach. Stop. Does it make sense now with all that's coming out about Ukraine and the emails and the bribes and Joe Biden on video saying, if you don't fire that prosecutor in 6 hours, you're not getting $1 billion. Well, son of a bleep. Remember that? It all makes sense. President Trump, they know he knows. And when he said, hey, president of Ukraine, look into this, they went ballistic. And they pulled out all the stops and they impeached him for it. They impeached him for trying to uncover their crimes. Think about that. The president of the United States was impeached by people who were trying to get him to stop uncovering their dirt. This swamp is really bad. If we thought it was bad, President Trump in 2016, I'm going to drain the swamp. Yay, go drain the swamp. We had no idea. And I think President Trump has said much the same, that he knew it was bad, but he didn't know it was this bad. Anyway, all those pieces just clicked. Everything just went, yep, that's why they're freaked out. And that's why they impeached him. The swamp is deep and nasty and smelly. So I wrote down some questions just to see where this is heading, this latest scandal that we're seeing. When I'm closing my eyes and I'm kind of focusing in on it, my mind is drawn to President Trump. When he has been overseas a couple times in the past, there have been attempts on his life. We know that. One was, I think it was he in the UK when the guy tried to parachute in, and that was a little too close for comfort. Then another time, there was a mix-up about him, I think, at one of the cemeteries where he was going to go pay some respects, and the Secret Service said, no, the weather's not right, and there was some, like, no, the weather was fine. Well, I think there was something going down then, too, but that's, he's not going to come out and say it. There was another time that I intuited, and I don't know if this ever made it out in the news or anything or in circles, but it's just something I saw, was a meeting in the White House. This was maybe a couple of years back. What I saw was a plate of fruit on the table, and some of the fruit had been sprinkled with something, with a substance. And it was in the hopes that, President Trump would take some of it. There was something with a substance sprinkled on food or fruit that was nearby. But that didn't work. There was a time when he got really sick from something, and I think that he had been poisoned. That was a while back. And in addition to the recent attempt on him with the ricin, that was something else too. But what I see coming up, a guy in a dark suit, I see his back. He's kind of hunched. He's kind of hunchy. Is that a word? It is now. Hunchy. But he's kind of hunched a little bit. But he's kind of got big, broad shoulders. Kind of the suit's kind of big on him. And he's got dark hair. I'm trying to see who it is. Can't quite see it. But anyway, I just see him walking. But I know he's connected with some new attempt. And I see a woman. I don't know if the guy has something in it. I don't know what this is. Anyway, I do see just a divine, like a light around the president. And that to me is a symbol of being, he'll be protected. I don't think this is gonna amount to anything. But it feels like things are getting more brazen because they're so desperate. Their crimes are so deep and so vast that they have to keep it covered up. And, you fight or you die trying to cover it up. That's die now or die later. It's just, they're that desperate. That's their level of thinking. It's like, and maybe that's that whole thing I sensed in the week ahead of how do I get out of this? There's a lot of that I think that flavors the whole week from a lot of different angles. Either people caught in things, people wanting to cover stuff up. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Anyway, all right. So I'm going to ask, I have 6 questions on what's going to be happening now with the Biden thing. So I'm going to shuffle up and I'll be right back. So regarding the Hunter Biden email scandal and all that's going on around this, the question is, what happens next? I've got the 7, a little bit of glare there, 7 of Swords. See the keyword there, loss. 7 of Swords is about having to be careful with a tricky situation. But the keyword is loss. Yeah, this feels like, it also feels like, if you see this shark in the background, I don't know if you can see that very well, but that shark in the background and the swords in front feels like it's like that. It almost gives the feeling of that 8 of Swords where you're hemmed in. I'm getting that sense with it. Loss of ground, loss of prestige, loss of influence. It's a difficult situation, but it feels like it's being pushed back. So what will be coming out? We have another 7 coming out. 7 of Cups this time. This is the card of possibilities. It's also the card of being overwhelmed. So this could be a huge dump. Like huge, like open the floodgates and all their dirty laundry comes out. Or a lot of it. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it. And the possibilities are endless, I hear. But that 7 of Cups we've got all these choices, all this stuff. It's all going to come out. On the question of what will be coming out, everything, a lot. Okay. What do we need to know? Got the King of Cups. King of Cups, proposal. Cups, Kings, sorry, did I say King? Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Proposal. Knight of Cups, knights are messengers. Something to pay attention to. There's some proposal. Something about a proposal or somebody offering something. Ooh, a distraction is coming out. That's what we need to know. I'm looking at his hand is pointing down one way. It's like, here's the proposal, but we're not going to look at this. Like, look here, not here. That's what we need to know. There's a big distraction is going to come out. I totally see this, you guys. I'll show you this again. Notice his hand and the dolphin is following his hand, but his face is pointing toward the cup. And this is totally telling me, look here, bring the dolphin over here, look here, but this is going on over here. Yeah, that's what we need to know. We'll be seeing complete distractions. Yeah. Because stuff is just swirling around. There's so much stuff going on. It's going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out. What is the hidden influence? Interesting card here. We have another knight. Keyword loyalty. That's interesting. But we have another messenger on what is the hidden influence. And we have loyalty as the keyword on what's hidden. People who are loyal. The hidden influence here. I just sense that the loyalty to those that will do anything to keep their stuff hidden. Loyalty in the ranks. Pulling rank on people, making sure that they remain loyal. That's the hidden influence underlying this whole Biden thing, is keeping people loyal, holding people. There's so much stuff that is held over people's heads. All right. Outcome for Hunter Biden. We have another knight. I have 3 knights in a row. So there's going to be a lot. Knights are messengers about stuff we don't know yet that we need to know or that's coming out. It's telling us there's more. There's more to the surface of this. There's more. And 3 knights coming out all in a row. This is on the outcome for Hunter Biden. We have another knight, the Knight of Swords. Keyword is drama. This is a card of taking aggressive action and drama. Hunter Biden has a lot of explaining to do. This is, wow. This is like being on the defensive, but also on the offensive. He's got it from all sides too. All sides. There's more coming out. And yeah, be careful. Be careful. And so I'm who needs to be careful? I'm just hearing that, be careful. I also feel like what's coming out is it's big. I just feel that it's big. I also pulled an outcome card for Joe Biden. We have the Four of Cups. The boredom. I love the keyword on that, boredom. But it's a card of being withdrawn, going within, not wanting to engage. It's being kind of shut down, shut in. So Joe Biden might literally be in hiding, which he has been. And it looks like we're going to see more of that. Well, maybe less of him. That's what we'll be seeing, is more of Joe Biden being hidden or refusing to engage. It almost feels like Hunter Biden was kind of the pawn. I mean, he was the middleman. He did do bad things, but this almost feels like here Joe is kind of hiding. Joe's in hiding while Hunter is taking the brunt of the drama and the brunt of being on the defense and also having to play offense. I mean, Hunter's in the middle of this, but who's the one that put him there? So this is kind of messed up. It almost feels like the drama needs to go to Joe Biden, not Hunter. They both have a lot of explaining to do. But Hunter is not innocent, I mean, obviously, but he has much explaining to do as well. But so does Joe. And Joe, I don't think he can go for long saying, oh, I didn't know my son was doing any of that. I didn't ask him about his dealings. He did all that on his own. Completely throwing him under the bus while he just hides out. This is messed up. This is messed up. Underneath it all, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And this turtle here is... Sorry about the glare. This turtle here is going deep diving. And what I see with that, there's a deep dive that is going to be gone through with the Biden finances. I think there's more coming out. There's more coming out. I think that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave this here. But yeah, this is messed up, but we are going to see a lot more coming out. It may seem overwhelming. And a lot of that shark being pushed back, there's a lot of that. Okay. And the 3 Knights Messengers. There's a lot coming out that we don't know yet, but we're going to see it soon. That's what I got. All right. Okay, thanks everybody for checking in. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.